Saya merasa ini kampung saya. Mereka harus bisa menulis, harus bisa membaca.
Kalau di sini, karena kemarin kan kita kekurangan guru, jadi kelas-kelasnya itu biasanya digabung.
In the opening of 1945 Constitution, there is a sentence, enlighten the life of a nation, or mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa. This mentioned as one among several goals of Indonesia. This also shows that education plays an important role to build a nation. However, in reality, developing education in Indonesia is not an easy task.
Indonesia is made up of more than 17,000 islands, making it the largest archipelago country in the world. These islands are home to more than 278 million people, making Indonesia the world's fourth most populous country. Indonesia's large continent and population, however, present their own challenges, as some areas are located in the frontier, outermost, and least developed regions. This includes Asmat, one of the 4 regencies in South Papua, a province born out of Papua in 2022. In here, there is a serious gap in education due to a number of limitations. Based on the data from the Asmat Education Office in 2022, almost 25% of Asmat children only go to grade 4 of primary school. Meanwhile, a survey by Wahana Visi Indonesia in 2022 said that only 11% of Asmat children were able to read and understand the content.
Al-Quran tunjuk langsung.
Neni,
Lihat baik-baik.
Zini, Mama.
The situation has arisen because some villages have only one school, an elementary school, with a small number of teachers. Not only that, the curriculum is still lagging behind and many students are not fluent enough to read. In fact, the gap and limitation begins with access to Asmat itself. It took me hours to travel from Jakarta to one of the villages in Asmat Regency.
So the access to Asmat Regency, South Papua is quite limited. If you go into a big airplane, you have to stop at Timika Airport. And then after that, you will have to take a smaller plane, and which will take you to our airport, which is already at the Asmat Regency. And then after that, to get into the capital, you have to take boat. So it's still a long way to go there. And then so this will be the dock where we will take the speedboat, and all of our luggage they take it with a carriage in here. Let's go.
In Asmat, the choice of transportation is quite limited because it is above the swamp and close to the river. It takes me about 20 minutes by boat to reach one of the remote villages in the Regency. And the speedboat becomes the main means of transportation to go through the villages. Traveling from the Regency's capital, Agats, will take you off the beaten track to get to remote villages. We have to pass through forests with big trees. And while many logs and debris are scattered in the river, the water flow itself can create different pressures at different times. The trip itself can take 1 to 3 hours just to get to other villages. And for each trip, there is a huge price to pay, 500,000 rupiahs. Another 500,000 is needed for the driver if we book a speedboat to stay overnight. In addition to people, boats are also used to transport logistics between Asmat villages. This means that logistic supplies are limited and take time to travel. Transportation restrictions also affect the health sector. Medical care is scarce even though the Asmats still struggle with a disease as dangerous as malaria. In the first quarter of 2023, the Papua Health Service reported 10,061 malaria cases in Asmat. However, Asmat people are only tested for malaria and receive medication from the local public health center after the health workers have secured enough supplies to carry through the villages. Disparities also exist in many different areas between the villages.
So this pole signifies that electricity is running in this place. If we go to big city, this is actually quite a familiar sight. However, if we go to village in Asmat Regency, this is actually quite rare. In fact, in here in Warse, which is one of the bigger village in Asmat Regency, the electricity itself has just running for fully 24 hours in around 4 months ago. And in some village, electricity itself is still not running and people have to rely to other things such as genset.
The majority of Asmat population share the same religion, that is Catholicism. There, the bishop is a prominent figure and respected by all because not only does he care about costumes and culture, but he also pays serious attention to education, especially the primary education of Asmat children.
Daerah ini memang daerah yang sulit, daerah yang menantang, daerah yang unik. Unik karena memang tidak ada bandingnya dengan daerah yang lain.
The education issue in Indonesia is one of the focus by the government. Moreover, the Program for International Student Assessment or PISA announced on December 2023 that Indonesia is stand on the 68th ranks of literacy learning outcome. Next, we will take a closer look at how the portrait of Asmat community education in the interior region. With a distance of over 3,000 kilometers from the capital, Papua is one of the remotest regions of Indonesia. In some rural areas, transportation access remains limited, presenting a challenge to economic growth, social development, health services, and education. In Asmat, education is something that people have to fight for. And here in Damen village, there is only one school building with minimal educational facilities and inadequate building conditions for teaching and learning activities. Not only that, the school only serves primary students.
Kebanyakan anak-anak di sini kan tidak sekolah toh. Banyakan yang orang tuanya bawa ke BEFAK. Jadi orang tuanya kalau ke BEFAK itu kan bukan 1-2 hari. Itu berbulan-bulan bahkan bertahun-tahun di BEFAK. Jadi ketika anak pulang kembali dari BEFAK itu, anak-anak sudah besar, masuk kembali sekolah ya kita sebagai guru ya mengajar kembali dari awal lagi.
Kalau bapak tidak kasih uang itu nangis. Kalau mereka itu kan
Jacobus is a teacher at the only primary school in Damen Village, Asmat Regency. Hailing from Bima, West Nusa Tenggara, he has been working in this village for 12 years after being assigned by the education authorities. There are 7 teachers who work 6 days a week at the primary school. And there are about 20 students in each class. However, as Jacobus said, not all students go to school regularly, so some classes are combined. What students learn in this village is different from what others learn in the city. Grades 5 and 6 are still using textbooks from the 2013 curriculum. Grades 3 and 4 continue to learn how to form words and read paragraphs, while grades 1 and 2 learn about spelling. They are far behind their peers in the city.
Yang paling berat itu kalau kita liburnya agak lama. Dan ketika kita masuk sekolah kembali, itu kita harus mulai dari nol kembali. Kita mengajar dari awal lagi. Ya lupa, karena kita tahu hidup kita di kampung ini kan bukan tiap hari sama seperti di kota. Ada jam untuk belajar. Kalau kita di kampung ini hanya ingat bermain. Dan waktu untuk belajar itu cuma di sekolah saja.
A similar situation occurs in a larger Warse village where there is only one primary school. 5 teachers are supposed to teach a total of 179 students from different grades, but only half of them come. One of the teachers, Blandina, explained that there is a real gap between the number of teachers and the number of students. Thus, maximizing learning methods is a challenge for the teachers in Warse.
Kalau di sini, karena kemarin kan kita kekurangan guru, jadi kelas-kelasnya itu biasanya digabung. Jadi kalau digabung itu kasihan. Ada yang perhatikan, ada yang tidak. Kita terangkan di depan, mereka bermain di belakang. Jadi mungkin dari mereka tuh susahnya mungkin karena di dalam kelas itu kan banyak. Jadi tidak ada yang perhatian di depan, mungkin karena banyak teman-teman yang ganggu atau ribut. Jadi perhatian mereka tidak bagus.
Blandina, a native of K Islands in Maluku, came to Warse 5 years ago after joining a Catholic foundation and has since become a teacher. Following her sister's suggestion, she is determined to devote her time to providing proper education for the children of Warse village. The disparity forces the teacher to find a creative way to deliver the lesson to help students understand better. Blandina uses pictures of animals and fruits and then asks the students to name them on the whiteboard. This is a follow-up to the alphabet introduction lesson in the same class.
Kesulitannya mungkin karena anak-anak ini mungkin saat belajar mungkin hanya di sekolah. Jadi pulangnya mereka bermain jadi jarang belajar di rumah. Jadi waktu belajar hanya di sekolah saja. Jadi ya kita sebagai guru ya bagaimana caranya untuk bisa memberikan anak-anak supaya bisa mengerti.
The lack of teachers has forced the school security guard to step in as an educator. He has to teach the classes just in order to reduce disturbances as the students are very noisy when there is no class. What he did has, however, raised concern as there is a lack of competence and credibility. And after all, he's not a real teacher. Issues of competence and credibility also arise in Damen, where a local high school graduate named Aloysius begins teaching. But again, the situation arose because of a shortage of teachers in Asmat.
Saya kemarin ikut mendaftar di Dinas Pendidikan, dari pemerintah dong minta di setiap kampung minta 2 orang, ada 1 orang, makanya kemarin saya ikut mendaftar.
For more than 2 years, Aloysius has taught only the alphabet and spelling to students in grades 1 and 2. He could not teach beyond those grades because of his lack of educational background.
Saya mau sekolah lagi, Ibu. Karena menurut saya, pengetahuan saya atau ilmu saya kurang, saya harus sekolah, kuliah lagi. Saya batasnya SMA, jadi batas kemampuan saya untuk kasih pelajaran anak-anak mungkin kelas 1 dan kelas 2, Ibu. Kalau kelas atas saya belum bisa. Ibu, kalau masalah aktif di sekolah, saya siap, Ibu. Karena saya merasa ini kampung saya. Jadi kampung saya, anak-anak harus turun tahu. Mereka harus bisa menulis, harus bisa membaca. Itu menurut saya, Ibu. Kalau dari Bapak Ibu guru, dorang datang dari jauh, saya pikir mereka itu yang bisa kasih jalan saya. Cara mengajarnya begini, ya saya biasa tinggal ikut saja.
Education in Asmat is a complex issue. In addition, most parents are not fully aware of the importance of education for their children. One of the obstacles why children still have difficulty in reading and writing is because they do not study at home under the supervision of their parents. They also do not have reading books and literacy materials at their home. And that is why outside intervention is needed.
According to South Papua Province Education and Culture Department, in 2023, reports stated that 58% of children in this province on a school age still cannot read. UNICEF also showed that based on their early grade reading assessment for 312 children in South Papua, around 82% of them still cannot read, and also they didn't have understanding regarding what they've just read. This situation is quite concerning, and the gap must be addressed.
Oke. Selamat sore semuanya. Ayo kita. Kita hari ini belajar. Oke, masuk. Untuk sana. Rapi.
The lagging education in Asmat is a concern of Wahana Visi Indonesia, a non-governmental organization that focuses on empowering children, families, and vulnerable groups. With more than 60 years of experience in Indonesia, including under the name World Vision International, This NGO has established projects in 31 areas across 51 provinces of Indonesia, helping more than 80,000 children. In Asmat, Wahana Visi Indonesia started their mission in 2018 to assist the fight against measles and malnutrition. What starts as a simple response leads to a bigger project, as they realize that health is a serious issue that could lead to other problems, including education.
Mana air? Keluhan. Apa? Keluhan. Benar. Keluhan.
Anak kurang gizi tentunya dia tidak akan bisa menyerap pelajaran dengan baik di sekolah, sehingga memang kita memastikan anak-anak ini memiliki kesehatan yang benar-benar tidak mengganggu mereka lah, sehingga ketika mereka datang ke sekolah mereka tidak terganggu secara kesehatan dan bisa menyimak pelajaran secara baik. Kita untuk maju ke langkah berikutnya itu tidak bisa kalau yang 3 hal tadi tidak bisa, dia tidak memilikinya, membaca, menulis, dan menghitung. Itu sih yang sangat penting dan itu sangat erat kaitannya juga untuk kemajuan daerah ini.
Pemilikku memotong bulu halusnya baca agenda. Nah, ini kambing.
The project emphasizes community service, where staffs are assigned to live side by side with the villagers of Damen and Warse, teaching literacy to the young generations.
Radio. Oh, ini tadi Kang bawa. Apa itu? Rumput. Apa lagi?
Obi is one of his staffs. It's been almost a year since a Jayapura, Papua native deployed to Daman village after applying at Wahana Visi Indonesia following a friend's recommendation. For Obi, it takes a while to settle in.
Awal-awal datang ke sini itu sebenarnya tidak ada penyambutan yang meriah-meriah sekali, tidak ada. Justru malahan masyarakat itu merasa ini siapa nih? Cuman diam, tidak ada sapaan, teguran itu tidak ada. Tapi setelah sebulan 2 bulan mulai mulai melakukan pendekatan juga ke masyarakat. Nah, sampai akhirnya kayak sekarang. Jadi kita sudah menjadi bagian dari masyarakat di sini. Jadi sudah lebih diterima gitu, Kak.
A similar experience happened to Maxi, who joined Wahana Visi Indonesia 4 years ago after finishing his education in Kupang, East Nusa Tenggara. The Manggarai man now handles activities in Warse after initially working in Damen for 6 months.
Siapa yang tolong semut tadi? Karena Merpati tadi sudah tolong semut, akhirnya semut bilang, kayaknya saya harus bantu Merpati.
Sampai di Asmat, agak kaget juga waktu pertama kali di Damen. Dan memang kita tidak ada pilihan lain selain kita berbaur dengan masyarakat, karena waktu itu jaringannya juga masih belum ada listrik juga. Dan cara menghibur diri kita ketika berada di kampung ya bercerita dan pergi berkunjung-kunjung ke rumah masyarakat.
Jalan-jalan.
Obi and Maxi approach work as locals grow fond of them and are willing to participate in Wahana Visi Indonesia's programs. It includes Wahana Literasi, a reading space for children to learn about the alphabet, listen to stories, and exercise writing. Each afternoon, Obi and Maxi organized a reading space in Damen and Warse where more than 20 children attended. Here, children learn about literacy through storybooks and drawings.
Yang saya rasakan sendiri sih tidak terlalu sulit, Kak. Karena memang anak-anak di Damen ini rata-rata senang kalau melakukan kegiatan rumah baca di sini. Mereka merasa lebih senang karena saya juga selalu tanya pendapat mereka tentang bagaimana rumah baca, ya mereka lebih senang apa nih di rumah baca.
Ini kelompok.
In the reading house, children's participation is encouraged in a fun manner.
Cari benda yang nama pertamanya hurufnya bunyinya Oke. Betul kan tidak? Apa namanya itu? Lampu. Huruf pertamanya apa?
In Warsay, they played a game about guessing the names of things and their first letters.
Kamu apa?
They're then asked to draw the pictures of the things and write their names.
Yeay, tunjuk gini. So this is the activities that we've currently been doing in Wahana Visi Indonesia, because it's important that we not only we learn reading at school but also we repeat it at home. So here like we learn about the alphabets as well as making a full word, and then there is also some of the pictures so they know what this represent for. Lagi kasih lihat lagi.
By the end of each day's program, children must submit a journal entry to summarize all the lesson. Their entry is not perfect writing, but that's fine, because the most important thing is that these children understand the lesson and deliver their thoughts. This is a part of a long process of developing literacy in Asmat.
S, K.
Dan memang di sini sangat unik, saya lihat memang ya, kalau kita lihat butuh konsistensi yang tidak sama durasinya dengan di tempat lain. Butuh waktu yang lama. Kalau di tempat lain kita lakukan 1 kali, di sini perlu 2 kali.
Developing literacy in Asmat also relates to rewards for locals. Again, education cannot be separated from nutrition intake, which Asmat people still lack. Obi and Maxi often prepare food to attract more children to join the reading space. Mung bean porridge and eggs are the main choices at the end of a program. And we experienced it directly in Warsay reading space, where we saw the number of children jump to 80 when they knew that food would be distributed in today's lesson.
Untuk mengajak anak-anak memang tidak susah. Yang penting kita sudah tahu begitu apa yang kira-kira apa yang membuat anak-anak itu senang di kegiatan rumah baca. Memang awal-awalnya semuanya kita yang menyiapkan, mulai dari kayak makanan, karena itu sebenarnya salah satu cara supaya mereka mau ikut kegiatan rumah baca. Kalau nanti tidak ada makanan yang kita persiapkan untuk mereka, ya mungkin yang ikut rumah baca ada, tetapi tidak sebanyak ketika kita menyiapkan makanan untuk mereka.
And if we talk about nutrition intake, it eventually brings us to the role of parents, who also play a pivotal role in Asmat children's education. We will take a closer look at how Asmat people live and how their lives depend on nature.
Masyarakat di sini adalah masyarakat peramu, masyarakat yang mata pencahariannya adalah memungut, tinggal memungut. Makanan pokok mereka sagu, tetapi mereka tidak perlu menanam pohon sagu. Mereka mempunyai banyak ikan karena banyak sungai dan laut dan orang tidak perlu membuat kolam. Begitu hidup mereka dengan alam, amat dekat dengan alam, bahkan alam menyediakan makanan sehari-hari untuk masyarakat, untuk umat. Sehingga orang sering mengatakan hutan mereka adalah ibu mereka.
The Asmat are the largest tribe in Papua. They are scattered in various parts of the region, from the coast to the mountains. In contrast to the people of Papua's interior, who rely on tubers as their staple food, the Asmat eat sago. They are also very dependent on the forest. It takes them less than a 15-minute walk to reach the forest land where sago trees thrive. When they find a food source together, villagers cut and scrape the sago tree to extract the starch from its pith. One thing is, however, clear: they take from nature in moderation. The whole process takes hours, as the sago starch must be rinsed thoroughly and allowed to settle before being distributed. Aside from food, the sago tree is also needed to create jo, the traditional houses of the Asmat. Some villagers still hang out here, although it is mainly used to hold traditional events instead of becoming a living residence.
So this is Ju, the traditional house in Asmat, and all of this is made from the natural resources, including the roof, which came from sagu leaves. Again, people in Asmat, they continue to preserve their natural resources, and then they also do this together to mention their tight community bond.
There is a unique fact about the Asmat tradition: foods keep the people together. When searching for things to eat, all come, including children. Unfortunately, this tradition has a downside. The villagers often leave in search of food not only for hours, but also for days, weeks, and months. It makes the children disconnected from formal education and forget their lessons at school.
Kerjasama orang tua dengan para guru itu tidak ada. Kemudian anak-anak sering juga mereka malas ikut orang tua ke tempat cari makan atau ke bevak. Jadi kita mau istilahnya menekan untuk mereka mungkin setiap hari mereka aktif masuk sekolah itu tidak bisa.
Kalender sekolah tidak bisa diikuti oleh seluruh anak-anak di sini karena terbentur oleh cara hidup masyarakat yang sering meninggalkan kampung, masih semi nomad.
To solve this issue, Wahana Visi Indonesia offers solution through a nutrition garden or Kebun Gizi program. In this past 2 years, 3 to 4 households have worked together to take care of a small garden. They plant vegetables such as spinach, mustard greens, and spices, including chili peppers, and sell them to agates for 10,000 to 20,000 rupiahs per bunch. Some are also being cooked at their own house for the family.
Kebun gizi memang paling baik untuk bermanfaat bagi masyarakat di 3 kampung.
Harapannya sayur yang kita jual kita tampung uang itu. Baru siapa tahu dia mau lanjut sekolah jauh buat dia punya harga buku, sepatu, tas.
In 2023, Asmat Kebun Gizi received Sustainable Development Goals Action Awards from the Indonesian Ministry of National Development Planning. The nature of Papua is not only beautiful, the land is fertile and rich in natural resources. Therefore, human development through education is becoming increasingly important in the region. To build Asmat is to build its people. To protect the Asmat land and to develop the society, we must start with the education as the most basic foundation.
Kita hidup di dunia tidak hanya di Asmat ya, tapi ada juga daerah lain di mana ada sistem dan ada kemajuan yang berbeda begitu kan. Jadi untuk bersaing ya menurut saya itu mereka tetap perlu pendidikan juga ya kan. Kalau hanya hidup di sini sih mereka sudah tersedia sebenarnya, tapi ada hal lain yang perlu mereka siapkan begitu ya supaya mereka bisa bersaing dengan dunia luar ataupun daerah-daerah yang lain. Paling tidak mereka bisa menguasai daerahnya mereka sendiri.
Through their literacy programs, Wahana Visi Indonesia invites villagers to have an active role in developing community. Teenagers are free to join as tutors for the reading space after attending training first in Agats. a graduate of Agats Junior High School, Zebedius, has been a tutor in the reading room at Warse for 2 years. Twice a month, he helps the facilitators to promote literacy to the local children.
Si belajar anak-anak supaya dong tahu baca tulis. Karena saya senang membantu anak-anak dan kakak Max. Supaya anak-anak yang belum bisa baca, kita kasih belajar orang. Ya, belajar tambahan biar pintar.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
In order to develop these kids' reading skills, parents are encouraged to continue the lessons at home. The alphabet posters from Wahana Visi Indonesia are hung on the walls so that they can practice reading after class.
Ada pojok bacanya. Ada. Biasa ajar. Kalau bukan saya, mama. Iya. Karena bapak juga banyak keluar.
Bisa tapi masih ini belum bisa. Iya. ABC 1 2. Iya. Karena dia jadi orang besar, dia punya masa depan. Tidak perlu kita, tapi kita lihat dia punya masa depan. Iya. Supaya dia pintar.
Beyond education, empowerment should also touch other related sectors such as finance. Improving financial management resulted in more money being spent on nutritious food. And good nutrition leads to better concentration of children in learning. Therefore, Wahana Visi Indonesia also facilitates the villagers to keep track of their income and expenses and to save money. A bank account book was also introduced to keep the money saved and ensure that villagers are not tempted to withdraw it as they please. This program is called ASKA, a savings and loan association for the welfare of children.
Nah, sebenarnya mereka menabung itu karena pendapatan utamanya kan tidak ada. Jadi uang itu betul-betul didapat dari kalau ada jual ikan, kalau ada jual sayur, atau kalau ada bantuan kayak bantuan dana bansos, BLT, yaitu mereka bisa menabungnya dalam jumlah banyak. Tapi kalau tidak ada bantuan-bantuan seperti itu, ya menabungnya paling sekitar 20.000, 25, paling tinggi 50.000.
For Asmat, Wahana Visi Indonesia committed to transformational development by 2025. By then, the Asmat are expected to be no longer dependent on the NGO, to stand on their own feet, and to develop education within their community. But what they have already done is only one piece of a larger picture.
Ya, ada pepatah mengatakan ya untuk mendidik satu anak itu butuh satu kampung begitu ya. Jadi memang tidak hanya pihak sekolah yang bertanggung jawab, tapi semuanya. Pemerintah harus bertanggung jawab, masyarakat juga, tokoh agama, semuanya, bahkan organisasi masyarakat yang ada seperti Lembaga Swadaya Masyarakat, organisasi seperti kami, jadi harus bekerja sama. Nah saat ini yang menjadi tantangan utama itu adalah bagaimana sebenarnya menjalin kerjasama di semua unsur ini.
Salah satu dari adik-adik semuanya, siapa yang mau pimpin?
Building Asmat requires comprehensive collaboration. Schools should adapt their teaching to the way people live. And at the same time, religious figures should continue to raise awareness about the importance of education.
Sesungguhnya secara ideal menurut saya sekolah di sini harus sekolah yang sifatnya kontekstual. Kurikulum harus disediakan yang sesuai dengan budaya, cara hidup orang-orang di Asmat di sini. Saya merasa harus semuanya terlibat dalam pendidikan persekolahan. Sekolah tidak hanya urusan anak dan guru, Kita tahu sebagian waktu yang dipakai untuk sekolah itu hanya pagi sampai siang. Tetapi seluruh waktu yang lain itu tidak dalam suasana sekolah. Mereka ada di kampung, mereka ada di sungai, mereka ada di laut, dan seterusnya. Penting sekali karena itu saya merasa melibatkan seluruh komponen yang ada di kampung.
Kami selalu konfirmasi ke orang tua, bahkan kami jalan ke masyarakat, kami bicara-bicara, kasih pengarahan sama orang tua supaya anak-anak itu harus selalu mereka aktif masuk sekolah untuk belajar.
To change Asmat, we have to walk on the process. It's never easy, but it is not impossible.
Jangan malas. Dong libur di sini, dong lama, sama marah dorang. Mama marah dorang, dua. Mama ini keras dorang sekolah. Bukan marah pukul, tidak, marah biasa. Tidak pernah pukul adik-adik.
Ya, inginnya sekolah tinggi. Karena jangan kayak orang tua kayak kita begitu. Mereka juga mungkin mungkin kedepannya bisa sukses begitu.
Slowly but surely, the development of the education sector in Asmat is getting stronger. Not only through the efforts of the government, humanitarian organizations, or volunteers, but also through the raising awareness of the importance of education in the minds of the Asmat people. Equalizing learning opportunities will build human resources that are not only independent, but also empowered. And in the end, it is all for a good cause, a brighter and a better future for the Asmat people.
Building education is not only a one-party responsibility. Instead, this is actually a collaborative actions that need a continuous effort and constant adjustment. So, don't ever lose hope and just keep going to ensure a better condition for our education. Andira Putri and Oswald Nainggolan reporting for See Today.